Imagine this. Two best friends, just 13 and 14 years old, go for a simple hike on a sunny winter afternoon in a quiet Indiana town. They're laughing, taking pictures, feeling completely safe. Then, one of them senses danger. Instead of panicking, she quietly hits record on her phone. What she captures next is the voice of the man who was about to murder them both. This is the chilling, true story of the Delphi murders and the brave 14-year-old girl whose final act helped bring their killer to justice years later. Intro. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most haunting, unsolved to solved cases in recent American true crime history, the murders of Abigail Williams and Libby German in Delphi, Indiana. If you're new here, we cover respectful, detailed true crime stories with a focus on the facts, the evidence, and the human impact. Make sure to hit that like button if you want more cases like this, and subscribe so you never miss an upload. Let's begin. Background on the girls and the day. February 13th, 2017. It was a cold but clear Sunday in the small town of Delphi, Indiana, population around 3,000 people. 13-year-old Abigail Williams and her best friend, 14-year-old Libby German, decided to spend the afternoon hiking on the Monon High Bridge Trail. Abby loved drawing and spending time with family. Libby was outgoing and always had her phone out, taking photos and videos. They were inseparable. Around 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, Libby's older sister dropped them off near the trails. The girls planned to walk the old abandoned railroad bridge that crosses Deer Creek, a spot locals knew well. They texted friends, posted on Snapchat. Everything seemed perfectly normal. Happened that afternoon. But around 2 p.m., things changed. The girls stopped responding to messages. Their phones went quiet. By evening, their families realized something was wrong and started searching. The next morning, on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2017, searchers made the devastating discovery. The bodies of Abby and Libby were found in a wooded area near Deer Creek, not far from the bridge. They had been brutally murdered. Crucial evidence: Libby's phone. What investigators found on Libby's phone would become one of the most important pieces of evidence in the case. At 2:13 p.m., Libby had started recording a short video. The clip is grainy, but it shows her friend Abby walking ahead on the bridge. In the background, you can hear footsteps. Then, a man's voice speaks clearly, "Down the hill." A few moments later, another phrase, "Guys, down the hill." The video captures a man walking towards them on the bridge, a middle-aged white man wearing a blue jacket and jeans. Police later released still images from the video and the audio clips, calling him Bridge Guy. They asked the public for any information that could identify him. The long investigation. For the next 5.5 years, the case went cold. Thousands of tips came in. The audio and the image haunted the internet. People analyzed every frame, every word, but no arrest was made. The killer was still out there, possibly living in the same small town where everyone knew each other. The families of Abby and Libby continued to push for justice while trying to heal from unimaginable loss. The arrest. Then, in October 2022, a major breakthrough. Investigators arrested a local man named Richard Allen. At the time, he was 50 years old and worked at a nearby CVS pharmacy. He lived right in Delphi. Allen admitted he had been on the trails that same day. He said he was wearing similar clothes, a blue jacket and jeans. Surveillance footage placed his car near the trail entrance. When police searched his home, they found ammunition that matched the type used in the crime. He was charged with the murders of both girls. The trial and conviction. The trial finally began in late 2024. It was intense and emotional. The prosecution played Libby's video and the enhanced audio in court. They argued that Richard Allen was the man on the bridge, the one who forced the girls down the hill to their deaths. After several weeks of testimony, on November 11, 2024,
the jury found Richard Allen guilty on all counts. In December 2024, the judge sentenced him to 130 years in prison, 65 years for each girl, to be served consecutively. As of early 2026, Allen is serving his sentence in a prison in Oklahoma. His legal team has filed appeals, and the state of Indiana has pushed back, arguing that the conviction should stand. The appeals process is still ongoing. What makes the Delphi murders so haunting is the incredible bravery of Libby German. At just 14 years old, in what must have been a terrifying moment, she chose to document what was happening. That single act of courage gave investigators their strongest lead and eventually helped bring the case to a conviction. It's also a stark reminder that evil can hide in plain sight, even in a peaceful small American town on an ordinary afternoon. 2 innocent girls went for a hike and never came home. Their families